Everyone say Radiant Guardian on Mulan, but not always. This thing is the best. And in this video I'm going to share with you what I'm using on my Mulan and why Radiant Guardian is not actually the best and can become a overkill. And why some smart players are also using Dicey Ring on the Mulan. And obviously one of the main points that is going to be is Radiant Guardian can be actually an overkill if you have decent amount of double attack. First thing, I'm going to start with why Radiant Shard is something that you have to consider in general if you want to build very strong build. Obviously, Radiant Shard is a gold ring or is something that is costing like 4,000 of this coin. And those coins is actually not that easy to be get it, and I'm not gonna lie. It's hard grinding, and for sure is something like for example, what I'm doing, I'm getting like 20 hammers from the VIP. From time to time I get bundles. Right now I'm more like free to play, so you know, I'm thinking like 3-4 times before I actually make a purchases that request a currency that is very hard to be get it. Obviously I don't have Radiant Guardian on my Mulan, and I'm using Dicey. And one of the reasons I'm doing that is just because if I pair Mulan with, for example, Renie, that is giving also double attack, but there is like some percentage chance to the next hero to enter in the double attack state and get something in extra. Also in the season 1, something that I strongly suggest if you want to go with Mulan, even though I think Mulan is something like a shiny stuff in the season 1, and the season 2 Wubu is coming, and Wubu is meta for season 2 and season 3. Not 100% sure for season 4 since Zeros is coming, but at the end of the day Mulan is in the season and people are looking what they can improve, what they can buy, what they can, you know, develop in the current season they are. So in situation like this, obviously you're not going to have Bellevue, but you can actually get Attila. Now Attila is also very good hero where there is a pretty decent chance. There is especially now if you have Attila in your Mulan Legion, you just don't need a Radiant Guardian, you just don't need this ring. There is a some percentage chance for all of your heroes to enter in the double attack state and increase your commander might by 50. Absolutely beautiful hero. This hero, I think I have a video about him when I speak about him and Renie, but those heroes are carrying over the seasons as a support and also damage dealers in Age of Empire mobile. But at the end of the day, we're talking about some huge investment of 4,000 of these coins to actually purchase this ring. And on top of that, if you have a hero, if you have other gold ring that you're looking and you're building for maybe your second march, let's say you have like 2 marches, this you have to spread your resources, your gold, what was the name, gold something, when you level up a ring, and this can even make harder the things. But if you have, for example, Attila the Hunt, you don't need Radiant Guardian. Now in my case I'm using Dicey. Now Dicey is absolutely beautiful thing for me. Ring of Dicey, after launching a normal attack, deals might damage to the enemy troop, damage rate some percentage. Obviously can actually go, let's get more details, and the max is going to be 155% might bonus, and it's a rare ring. So you see that by building your marches, as I mentioned in one of my videos, you better have 1 gold ring, 1 epic ring, and 1 rare ring. And I think Dicey, it can be sound strange, but Dicey can actually be absolutely great fit for your Mulan. from this to actually get a goat ring that is going to give you double attack state, and at the same time you're full, you're overkilling this legion with double attack state. This is obviously helping Mulan by a lot, but this is overkill for your whole legion. So let's talk about little about Dicey. Dicey with double attack stack better in specific hero synergy, and I think with Mulan having Dicey and at the same time you have Attila, it's going to just make the Dicey ring very nice, especially this double strike. Obviously this thing can be leveled up. We already saw how much extra damage you can actually get. Now the other thing is troop attack, troop defense. Here the things is going to be a little more different from, for example, some epic ring, some gold ring that you can have. Obviously the stats is going to be a little less, but at the end of the day it didn't actually it matter, but it's boosting the troop overall stuff. So this ring can be placed on Mulan, this ring can be placed on other hero, because and it's going to do absolutely the same influence over your legion. Just the spell this ring is having is what directly influence in majority of the time where your legion or your hero performance. Now where you can actually use the Radiant, okay, you already get the Radiant, where you can actually use this bad boy, and I think is when you're really lacking the synergy of double attack and secondary strike. I think this is one of the best places, and obviously Mulan as a hero is benefiting by a lot from the double attacks, since you know she's having the secondary strike and double attacks. Where is the double attack? After launching a normal attack, it deals extra instance of might damage to the target, blah blah blah. You see more bonuses, but if we go and check it out, the double attack state, you're going to see that heroes in double attack state attack twice when using normal attacks, and both attacks have a chance to trigger secondary skill strike. So this is actually the synergy around Mulan, and that's why, you know, people are looking about this Radiant Guardian. Should they actually put him on the Mulan? But at the end of the day, if you have, even though I think by investing in Attila on the season 2, Attila immediately go with Wubu, because you know this is a meta team for like 2 seasons. But at the end of the day, in the season 1 you can use Attila and compensate for a Radiant Guardian. Now if you manage to actually get Radiant Guardian, obviously you're going to be spender, because I don't remember quite well, but this thing here, either you have to have like, you have to buy a lot of bundles with these hammers, or you have to have like high level VIP so you can get like 20 more hammers. All these things stack up, and you're going to be able, you know, to buy this gold rings. But at the end of the day, do you actually need it? Let me know in the comments, have you ever get Radiant Guardian and where you actually place him, and like if you already maxed the Radiant Guardian and swap it away with the Dicey. I'm curious, is there people who actually did that? Obviously in my situation I didn't even bother to buy this ring, but I directly just jump over the Dicey. So yeah, I guess it's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.